video, I'm going to talk about 5 sunscreen myths and explain the actual facts surrounding these myths. The first one is a moisturizer with a SPF or a makeup foundation with a SPF should do. We don't need a separate sunscreen. Well, this can be true provided 3 criteria are met. First criteria is make sure that the moisturizer or the makeup foundation that you're using has a SPF of 30 or above. And it's not easy to find such a moisturizer or a makeup foundation. I often find many moisturizers in the marketplace which has got a SPF of 8 or 15, and that's where it stops. So you need to go further and look for a moisturizer with a SPF of 30 and slightly above if possible. And a makeup foundation with a SPF of 30, and that's there but just not easy to find. So you just have to look out for that. So don't just look for one of these products with a SPF, but look for these products with the SPF of 30 and above. The second criteria is the amount of these products that you would apply on your face. Now for sunscreen to be effective, you need 2 finger lengths of sunscreen. So you would take your sunscreen tube and pump out 1 full finger length and another full finger length, and that's what you would apply on your face for it to be effective. So that's around ½ teaspoon. And so the same goes for this moisturizer or the makeup foundation. So you need to apply 2 finger lengths of this product onto your face. Won't be effective with the SPF unless you apply 2 finger lengths. So are you okay to do that? And finally, the third criteria is you need to reapply this product at least every 2 hours, especially if you're out and about in the sun. So reapply the moisturizer might not sound that hard, but the makeup foundation too has to be reapplied. 2 finger lengths of that makeup foundation too has to be reapplied. So if you meet these 3 criteria, then we can very safely use that moisturizer with the SPF or the makeup foundation with the SPF and give a standalone sunscreen a miss during our daytime. And if you are on the fairer skin tone side, you would probably need something closer to SPF 50. So that's another thing to keep in mind. The second myth is darker skin tone people, that is everyone other than the white skin tone people, will not burn and so they don't need a sunscreen. This is a personal favorite of mine actually, this myth, because I'm going to be honest and tell you that for a long time in my younger days, I actually believed this myth and so caused a lot of damage to my skin in the process. See, the color of your skin, the skin tone doesn't dictate whether you need sunscreen or not. There are 2 reasons why you use a sunscreen. Number 1 is to prevent skin cancer. Number 2 is to prevent skin cell damage. Skin cell damage can actually lead to faster aging of the skin. Yes, if your skin tone is a bit on the darker side, you are a bit protected against skin cancer because you've got that inbuilt protection in your skin. But just bear in mind that you are still prone to it, just not as much as our white skin tone friends. So we are still prone to it. So that's one thing. And the second thing is, and here's the important thing, the first one is also important, but this is the second one is the often overlooked one. The darker skin tone people are more prone to pigmentation, the dark spots, the uneven skin tone, than our white skin tone friends. So any cell damage this ultraviolet rays from the sun causes to our skin, it will lead to pigmentation at a much faster and at a much intense pace for us than it would in a white skin tone person. And we all know, and people who struggle with pigmentation know, which is a lot of the dark skin tone people, we know that it's not often easy to get rid of once it occurs on our face. It's quite expensive, and even if we do spend a lot of money, the results are not always guaranteed. So the best way to avoid it is to actually prevent it, and the only way to prevent it is to use a sunscreen, a good sunscreen with an SPF of 30 plus. And finally, just want to highlight the fact that your skin doesn't have to visibly be burnt for you to assume that there has been some damage caused by the sun's UV rays. The damage can occur even without any signs of burning. So your skin might not have any visible signs of burning, but if you don't have a sunscreen on, the damage is still occurring. The third myth is you don't need a sunscreen if you're indoors or if you're in a car or on a cloudy day. Let's say you are in an office working and you're in a room surrounded by glass windows, or maybe your house has a lot of glass windows. Now here is the thing, the glass windows can block the sun's UVB rays. Now there are two types of ultraviolet rays from the sun that we should be cautious with, UVA and UVB. So the UVB, the one that's responsible for skin cancer, is blocked by these glass windows. But the UVA, which can age our skin and is also shown now to actually be responsible for skin cancer, maybe not to the extent of UVB, but it can still cause that, can actually penetrate through the glass windows and reach our skin. So that's why if we are indoors and have too many glass windows around, we need to use sunscreen. And the same applies when you're in a car. There's this famous picture which I'm going to put somewhere up here of a truck driver who used to drive for long hours in the daytime, and you will see that the side of the face that's exposed to the glass window is much more burnt, is much more damaged and aged when compared to the other side of the face. So yeah, so that's how and this is a true photo, it's not something AI generated or a made up one. It's used in many studies and research to highlight the importance of using sunscreen indoors. And the same goes for when it's a cloudy day. Even on a cloudy day, there is ultraviolet rays from the sun which can cause damage to our skin. And even if you're skiing, for example, where it can be a bit cold, even there the sun's UV rays can actually cause damage to our skin. So if the sun is out, the ultraviolet rays are out there which can cause damage to our skin. So we need that protection against those rays. And finally, we tend to assume that when we feel the hottest is when the most damage is being done by the ultraviolet rays. Now that's not true, because the heat we experience from the sun is from a different set of sun's rays called infrared rays. The infrared rays is the one which is making us feel that heat. It's not the ultraviolet rays. The ultraviolet rays is the one which is responsible for the aging of the skin and the skin cancer. And ultraviolet rays is what the sunscreen is trying to protect us from. So don't just assume it's only when you feel the heat the damage is being caused. Even when you don't feel the heat, if the sun is out, the UV intensity is strong and you can still get that damage. The next myth, which is actually a very important one, is if you wear a sunscreen, there will be vitamin D deficiency because you need the sun's ultraviolet rays for that vitamin D. Yes, you do need the sun's ultraviolet rays, especially the UVB rays, which is responsible for processing that vitamin D in our body. But sunscreen is not going to prevent that vitamin D processing. First thing is, you're not going to be dipping in sunscreen. You have your scalp, no sunscreen there, and you probably have other parts of the body where you won't have sunscreen, and you're wearing your clothes which the sun's UV rays. This is not going to protect you against the sun's UV rays. The rays can travel through that. So all that is actually enough for producing the vitamin D our body needs. Finally, sunburn is bad, but suntan is okay. That's not actually true. Both of them are equally bad because both of them are basically reactions to the damage that the sun's UV rays has caused to our skin. So if your skin tans, that means you haven't either applied sunscreen or you haven't just applied enough sunscreen. Having said that, just bear in mind, no sunscreen can offer 100% protection. So there can be a slight tan, not to everyone, but some people can experience a slight turn and a burn even if they wear a sunscreen. But just imagine the amount of tan and the burn that they would experience if they had no sunscreen at all. So both tanning and burning are equally bad. That's about it. If I had to pick one skincare product, if you tell me just one skincare product is all that you're allowed to pick, no other, I would pick sunscreen. If you give me two options, then I would say sunscreen and a moisturizer, but if only one, I would go with sunscreen because sunscreen prevents a lot of damage that can occur to our skin, which can occur on a daily basis to our skin. That's about it. I really hope you enjoyed this video. If you did, please give me a like and do subscribe to my channel. That will really help me a lot, and I will see you in my next video. Bye for now.